Hi YouTube, welcome to another edition of Horror Homes, and for this video I'm going to be talking about Someone's Watching Me. So this is a little known film from John Carpenter. He released this in 1978, the same year when he released another little known horror film called Halloween. Maybe you've heard of that one. But Someone's Watching Me seems to have really dropped by the wayside. It's not a film that you hear about. You don't hear John Carpenter talk about it, and even myself, it's a film that's never really been on my radar all that much. I do tend to forget about it and forget that it exists and that it's a John Carpenter film. But I finally got around to seeing it, so I thought I'd just share a few thoughts about what seems to be John Carpenter's forgotten movie. So, was it any good? Not really. I'm sorry to say, it wasn't great, and I really wanted to come at you and say it was fantastic and that you really need to see this alternative John Carpenter movie, but it never really kind of raises the bar above kind of average sort of mystery drama, if I'm honest. It's about this woman who is being stalked by this mystery guy. He's ringing her up with these obscene phone calls, sending weird notes and gifts, and it appears that he lives in an apartment building adjacent to hers, and she's just trying to get through life and just go through her day-to-day activities whilst trying to avoid and then like uncover this mysterious stalker. So I think my main problem with this one is that it just didn't feel like a John Carpenter film. It didn't have that John Carpenter magic which his movies from that time period had. It is written and directed by John Carpenter, but apart from that, it just didn't really have that magic. So first of all, John Carpenter didn't do the music for this film, which I was a little bit disappointed about, because I was looking forward to hearing a really cool John Carpenter synth score, which I think may have added to this movie, but we don't get any John Carpenter music. And this is it's one of those films where it's supposed to be a horror film, but it feels more like a Sunday afternoon drama, and at times, particularly in the first half, it's real kind of dreary drama, and instead of a horror film, it feels like it'd be more at home on CBS drama or something like that. The film does pick up in the second half, and there are some quite good and quite tense set pieces that Carpenter creates, which are commendable, and it did keep me watching all the way through. But it never really kind of raises the bar above average daytime drama, in my opinion. And to be fair to Carpenter, I've seen a few of these kind of stalker, weird phone call movies, and there only seems to be so much you can do with this kind of angle anyway, and this never really felt like it was going anywhere all that intense. So I can see why this has sort of fell by the wayside. I can see why John Carpenter didn't really do or say much about this film, especially in the same year when he struck big with Halloween. I mean, which film are you going to go with? It's pretty obvious, and this one does feel very much like a potboiler rather than the massive success that he had with Halloween. So yeah, for me, this probably will remain a forgotten film, if I'm honest. I don't see myself returning to it. It didn't really have much that I thought was all that exciting. It had quite a poor ending as well, I have to say. And John Carpenter is usually a guy who really knows how to end movies, from the enigmatic ending to The Thing, to the inconclusive ending of Halloween, to the satisfying tape ripping of Escape from New York. He really knows how to leave a lasting impression, and the ending to this movie was very much kind of like, right, okay, yeah, doesn't mean much. So yeah, really didn't leave me much with anything. This film, it's not one that I will probably return to, and not one that I really hold in high esteem in terms of John Carpenter's filmmaking. His other movies, particularly from this time, are just so much better. Having said that, I would be interested in seeing a making of this movie, if only to ascertain just how much at the helm John Carpenter was for this one. Like I say, he does write and direct the film, but I get a sense that maybe a TV executive or a producer was navigating things a bit more than usual. I could be wrong about that, but I just don't see the usual John Carpenter trademarks in this one at all. It could have been directed by anyone, really. So, yeah, a little bit disappointing, but I'm glad to have finally seen it, and now I can say that I've seen this little known John Carpenter movie. So, let me know what you think about this one, guys. Do you enjoy this one? If so, please let me know why. I'm very interested to know what it is that you like about this one. Or do you agree with me? Was this one just that little bit underwhelming? So thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.